Here's what we got. We got the square root of negative 25. Now, most of you guys say, hey, wait a second, there's no such thing as the square root of negative 25. And my answer for that is, yes, that's true. There is no real number that gives you the square root of negative 25. However, there are complex numbers. Now, I don't know if you remember, but a complex number, I don't know why I'm using red, but a complex number is equal to a plus bi. Cougar, you're absolutely right. The answer is 5i, but let me get there. Um, a plus bi, that is a complex number. I don't like calling it a complex number. Yes, it is kind of complex, but I mean, it kind of intimidates people. So when I taught it to my students last week, and I just taught this to my Algebra 1 students last week, is a complex number is kind of a, like I would think of the C as more of a word for a combined number. It's a number that consists of a real part and an imaginary part. So the b value will give you the imaginary part of that number. The a value will give you the real part of that number. Now, the square root of negative 25, um, that is equal to, well, the negative, you can pull out the negative if you add in an I, because that's what I is equal to, square root of negative 1. And then the square root of 25, that's just 5, so your answer is 5i. In this particular case, your complex number is equal to 0 plus 5i. The real part is 0. The 5i is, the 5 is the imaginary part. So, I think that what you should put in as your answer is not just 5i, is you should put 0 plus 5i, because they ask you to show it in the form of a plus bi. In this particular case, there was no a, so you should put a 0 there. So I would type in the letters 0 plus 5i. I don't think that you would actually, I think that they would probably burn you if you just type in the letters 5i. You see what I mean? Because they're asking you to give it to me in a form of the complex number. And a complex number has both a real and imaginary part. If you write down 5i, you would only be giving them the imaginary part, but not the real part. So be careful with that, Cougar, because I would say that your answer is half correct. And if it's half correct, in this case, it's all wrong. Sorry.